Flat X here with Baldur's Gate 1. This is one of my favorite games of all time, going back to my teenage years, growing up on the PC. One of my favorite games. Like I said, I spent so many hours playing this, and that's why I was really excited about Baldur's Gate 3. And it even brought back some of the original characters from this game. Minsk, Gitchihira, Viconia. You couldn't use Viconia in Baldur's Gate 3, but Viconia originates first appearance Baldur's Gate 1. So let's get started with a new game here. I'm gonna let you see the intro here. Alright, so clearly that's the bad guy. And even though you can play any alignment, play however you want, so I mean the Dungeons and Dragons, you can be evil, you can be good, it doesn't matter. But the objective is the same regardless. That's the bad guy, defeat the bad guy, finish the game. It's that simple. Now there's a little more plot to the bad guy and who he is and who you are. Now there's some differences between, this is old school D&D 2nd edition rules. This is before Wizards of the Coast took over, and now with Baldur's Gate 3 they're using like 5th edition. So it's a big difference in the rule set. First off, you just start off by picking your gender and a picture to go along with your character. And then race. Now the big difference here is with old school D&D 2nd edition rules, non-human races, like your class is determined by what race you are, or your class options are determined by your race. So as you can see, Elf has quite a bit of options here. Notice how paladins are humans only. But fighter, ranger, cleric, mage, thief, sorcerer, and then with non-human races, they can multi-class, meaning as you level up, you can't switch classes. So what you can do at the start of your character is select a multi-class, which means the experience will be split between the classes as you level up. And they will, your experience gain in all classes will be simultaneous, but your total experience is divided between them. So you're going to level up much slower, but again, you're going to be leveling up both classes simultaneously. I believe this is the only 3-class option is elves with fighter, mage, thief. But again, you would level up extremely slow with a 3-class character. Now, and then another thing about like dwarves, halflings, half-orcs, they can't be mages. There's fighter, cleric, thief, and again the multi-class. So basically what I'm going to do is select human, because humans can dual class. And what that means is I'll start off as a fighter, and then say I level up to level 10 as a fighter, and then decide, hey, I want to be a cleric, which is exactly what I'm building this character for, to be a fighter cleric. So again, at what level fighter I stop, let's just say for example 10, I stop at fighter 10, and so when I level up the next time, or I don't have to wait till I level up. Once I reach level 10 as a fighter, then I can hit dual class and start over as a level 1 cleric. Now what that means is I will lose all of my fighter abilities until the new class exceeds the previous class level. So if I'm a 10th level fighter, go to cleric, I'll be a cleric only. There'll be none of my previous fighter skills available until I reach level 11 as a cleric. Once that happens, then my full fighter status will be restored and I will be a level 10 fighter, level 11 cleric. So it's a little bit of a challenge once you restart as level 1 of the new class. But again, once you exceed that previous class level, you can be, I mean, you can be very powerful. So dual classing is definitely preferred over multi-classing with non-human races. And humans, of course, have all classes available. Paladins. Now, I do not believe paladins can dual class. So if you do pick a paladin, then you are stuck a paladin for the remainder of your career as that character. I think things like sorcerers, monks, shaman, I don't know that they can dual class either. But mostly what I always do is start with fighter, because fighters get the best hit points, they get the best Thaco or bonuses to attack. Thaco just stands for to hit armor class 0. And so as a fighter levels up, they'll gain bonuses to hit more than any other class. So starting out as a fighter, again, you're going to get the best hit points, the best Thaco, before you dual class and pick another class. So then that way, if you're a fighter mage, once you exceed the previous your fighter level as a mage and unlock the fighter abilities, then you'll have a better Thaco than a much higher level wizard, and a lot more hit points. So again, starting out as a fighter is always what I do with any of my dual class characters. And then you can go ahead and still choose a class kit, except for one thing to keep in mind with class kits: the disadvantages carry over regardless of your new class. For example, berserkers may not specialize in ranged weapons. So specializing basically just means they get bonuses to hit and damage with that particular type of weapon. Which is fine, because this is actually going to be like my tank type character. Both clerics and fighters can wear heavy armor. Clerics can still cast their spells wearing heavy armor. Mages cannot. So if you do decide to go fighter mage, even after you're exceeded the fighter level as mage, let's say you're a level 10 fighter and a level 12 mage, so you got both classes full abilities available, a mage cannot wear armor and cast spells in this edition of Dungeons & Dragons. You can't do it. So those are things to keep in mind when you're dual classing or creating your character from the start. Is I'll still be able to use a sling, I'll still be able to use a ranged weapon, I just won't be able to specialize in it, which is fine, because the bonuses of the rage for Berserker, +2 to hit or attack and damage and armor class. So again, this is a tank type character, so that bonus to AC is really going to come into play there, along with being immune to charm, confusion, fear, like all that list of things immune to. Again, this makes for a great tank, and they get 15 temporary hit points the moment they enter their Berserk rage. So this makes for a perfect tank. And another thing is, this rage does not restrict spell casting. So even while raged, I'll still be able to cast spells as a cleric once I attain that new level as a cleric to exceed my Berserker level. Now again, going into Baldur's Gate 2, and then the Throne of Baal is, I guess, the expansion. You cap out at 8 million experience, which can take you as high as level 40. So as a dual class, I'll be like a level 13 fighter, and still like a mid-level 30 or even high level 30 cleric. So again, dual classing and doing it that way doesn't really hurt me, and like it's just beneficial in the long run. Being a 13th level fighter and 36th level cleric is much better than a 40th level cleric. I mean, it's just clearly. So that's kind of the goal for this character. Is I'm going to go Berserker. We'll go neutral good. Abilities. Now with the rolls, like I've gotten in the 90s on these rolls. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend re-rolling. 79 is not good. You want at least in the 80s, like 80. I said 80s, not 80. So I keep rolling because again, it doesn't take long. You just got to not get click happy, or you'll like accidentally re-roll a great number. But it really doesn't take that long. There's an 81 and 84. Now with an 84, don't really need, well, charisma does come into play, but it's not really so much important. Definitely not intelligence. And you can go as low as 3, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. So, and you can go as high as 18 in any stat. $18.72. Now, there's different, like the percentage that you roll on an 18. There's different tiers for 18 strength as far as to hit and damage bonuses. But then the moment you get 19, which there is a tome to give you a 19 strength, so it really doesn't matter at that point. Once you go up to 19, it's just, there's no more percentages. So now I do not believe there are any dexterity restrictions on even heavy armor. So you can still add your dex bonus to your AC. All right, so I think that's some pretty good starting stats right there. 18, 14, 18, and 14 was meant again. So this will be a dual class fighter cleric, but in the first game, Baldur's Gate maxes out at level 8. Or I can't remember the exact number of experience, but typically you'd be level 8 by the time you finish the game. So for this dual class option, I'm not even going to dual class until Baldur's Gate 2. So for right now, for the entirety of this game, I will just be a fighter. So again, those are good stats for a fighter. 18, 14, 18, or I could even go, since I'm not going to be cleric until Baldur's Gate 2, I could go ahead and just 18, 18, 18, and then 10s. So that's what an 84 gave me. 3 18s and 3 10s. Now I can store that and decide to keep rolling if I want. See if I can get better than that 84. 84 is a good number. Like, again, it just depends on how long you want to sit here and re-roll. I have gotten higher than 84, but that's getting rare and will take much longer sitting here clicking the button re-rolling to get better than an 84. 84 is really good. I wouldn't really accept anything under an 83. I mean, again, I just showed you where an 84 will give you 3 18s and 3 10s. So it is going to be rare to get higher than that, even though it does happen. Again, it all comes down to how long do you want to sit here and click the button. Oop, there's an 87. Let's see if we get a better... No, we got a worse strength percentage for just a few more points. A few more points that I really don't need. I mean, that gives me 3 more points. Well, what good are those 3 points versus the extra? I would say that's going to give me at least another point of damage without pulling up the chart and looking at it. It's basically up to 1850 is the starting point, and then after 50, it might even be 2 points of damage. I'm not sure about even a +1 to hit, like the difference between this 37 and the 70 before. So I'm gonna recall my previous roll and go with that 84. And there are tomes in this game that'll, for each one of these attributes or abilities, there's a tome that'll increase you by 1 point. And later on, once I obtain all of those tomes, I will show you how to obtain demigod-like attributes. So by the time I get into Baldur's Gate 2, I will have straight 25s. And I will show you how to do that in another episode or another video. So again, I will be going into Baldur's Gate 2 with straight 25 attributes. So for right now, this 84 is perfect and I am good to go. Skills, again, this is going to be a cleric, so getting bladed weapons, clerics cannot use bladed weapons. So it would be a complete waste of proficiencies to use swords before becoming a cleric. So what I want to do is find like flails and morning stars. Go ahead and specialize in flails and morning stars, and here's the chart for specialization. It goes up to 5 points. Only fighters can go beyond specialized, and most classes can't even specialize. Just 1 slot means you're proficient with it and take no penalties when using it. 2 slots of specialization, giving you a +1 to hit, +2 to damage, and giving you an extra attack. Or it says half attack per round, but you get more attacks in the long run. Again, this is old school rules. They work a little bit differently. And then 3 slots into any weapon is considered master. +3 to hit, +3 to damage. Still the same number of attacks. 4 slots is high master, getting another point of damage and reducing your speed factor. And attacks are still the same. Now when you hit 5 points, that's the max. It is called Grand Master. You get +3 to hit, +5 damage, -3 speed factor, and a full extra attack, not just a half attack. So what that half attack boils down to is you get 3 attacks every 2 rounds. This is basically 2 attacks every round. So for right now, for level 1, I'm limited to specialization. I'm going to specialize in flails and morning stars. And then for a ranged weapon, there are slings. Okay, berserkers cannot specialize in a ranged weapon. So I'm limited to just proficiency with sling. I cannot specialize. But then considering this is going to be a tank, I could put a point into Sword and Shield, which gives me bonus armor class to missile weapons. That's it, just missile weapons. Now considering flails are a one-handed weapon, or morning stars are one-handed weapon, I could go Sword and Shield, or I could even go just single weapon. Single weapon gives me a bonus to AC and increased critical. 19 and 20, not just 20. And then specializing in it with 2 slots gives me another reduction to armor class. Or I could even do 2 weapon styles and not even worry about a shield. So again, considering this is a tank, probably want to go shield. So that'll reduce my armor class to 4 missile weapons. Now there is no respecking characters in this game. You're kind of stuck with the decisions you make as far as what weapon classes, proficiencies, and skills that you take. Now when you import from one game into the next, there might be some minor changes you might be able to make, but I don't believe weapon proficiencies are something you can change. So it's important to understand what it is you're wanting to build here. I'm not real certain on the sword and shield. Well, no, like I said, considering this is supposed to be a tank type character, I'm just considering 2 weapon style though as well. Again, considering that's only against missile weapons, I'm going to go 2 weapon style. And I'm not even sure in this game, I'm not even sure I want to even take proficiency in sling, because as a cleric I will take proficiency in sling, considering I can't specialize in it anyway. This way I'm getting the most out of my proficiency slots and not wasting any, because that would be doubling up on slings once I take it with the cleric, and it doesn't add together. So it would be kind of a wasted slot if I did take sling right now. So I think that's what I'm going to do. 2 weapon style, flails and morning stars, and we're going to run with that. Don't really care about that.
Onward! I feel this is my rightful place. Death to you all!
As it should be. I must rest my eyes.
Your life?
I alone, but...
You got this!
Nobody else is gonna step up. Ready for that nap anytime. What's it gonna take to get a little action around?
Time for a bit of... You got this coming!
Let's give them a right thrash. Well, of course.
Get over here. Feel my power for justice. You got this coming! Death to you all!
Kind of liking this.
Nobody
I'm
else
a
is gonna
berserker.
step up. Why not? Ready for that nap anytime. What's it gonna take to get a little action around? Oh, that one's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, that sounds like a berserker. Okay, alright. I'm just picking a name. It don't matter. You can always change name when you import later. So I'm just selecting a name not to delay this any longer. Now the set, I always go with core rules. That's just, now there is a trophy for Legacy of Ball, but you do not want to attempt that until you are, like, that's going to be a replay. That is not going to be on my first playthrough on this game. So Legacy of Ball will come later because there is a trophy for that, but right now I'm just going to go with core rules.
Yeah?
Nestled
What do you
atop
want?
the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Alright, so Gorion, our foster father, has informed me that we must immediately leave Candlekeep. So, there are a few things to do here before we leave.
Yeah,
So,
I'll get right on that.
first thing we want to do is go in here and talk to
Way ahead of
Firebeard.
you,
It's
boss.
hard to find decent
He gives us a
folk
quest.
nowadays.
And then I'm going to go over here and talk to Winthrop.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Alright, so go down here to the bottom, select buy and sell. We're going to, now this is where, you know, you need to equip your character. But what I'm going to do right now though is for a quest that I will get to as I start moving around the area, is there's going to be a quest for some crossbow bolts. You want to buy one set of crossbow bolts. Got to get used to the setup again. So this is all we start off with. We start off with a quarterstaff.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
But I do have, I started off with 140 gold. I spent 1 gold on the crossbow bolts. I need to buy me a flail. Or a Morning Star is cheaper. Hit square for details. 2d4 crushing damage. 7 speed factor. One-handed. 1d6 plus 1 crushing damage. 7 speed factor. So they have the same speed factor, but 2d4 is 2 to 8 damage versus 2 to 7 damage. So, and the Morning Star is cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a Morning Star. And slings are cheap. I can still buy a sling and use it. I'm just not proficient with it. So I'm not even going to mess with that, to be honest with you. And then armor, clerics can wear any armor and shield. So the best armor he has available is splint mail, but that's 120 gold. I've got 124 remaining. Do I really want to spend all my money on that armor? I mean, there's really not much else to buy at this point right now. But then I wouldn't even be able to afford a shield. Actually, I think, yeah, I actually put my proficiencies into dual wielding. So I could go ahead and buy another Morning Star. Actually, I think I'll find one. I think this is fine right now. We'll buy some studded leather. Staves don't sell for any gold. Alright, so let's head out. Now there is a trophy for talking to all of these tutors. You don't have to actually listen to any of them. You just have to initiate the conversation with them. Here's another quest giver right here. So we need to find her a book.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons? Hello, child.
So there's 3 tutors so far.
Your lessons?
4
Hello,
tutors.
child. Shall we continue your lessons?
And when we go in here, we're going to be attacked. Oh, goody goody, I've gone and found you first. You are the ward of Gorion, no doubt. I am. What can I do for you? I mean, again, we just started. We have no idea what's, you know, why we're being told, hey, we got to leave. Oh, our encounter shall be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I have made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean a little respect among my peers, so you see, you can do very little except die. Oh, okay. Well, how about you die first? Now, the game defaults this. I think you can change this, but it defaults when an encounter starts to automatically pause it. So you just hit the options button to unpause. And considering my strength, that was an easy. That was easy. There's really not much to loot in here, but 8 gold. Now, unless you're a rogue, well, you're not going to be able to pick that, but actually, this is where strength also comes in. I can remember how to do it. Actions. You successfully force the lock open. So there's a dagger. So that's where strength comes into play as well, is I was able to just force that lock open. This is just regarding the guy that was, you know, telling one of the elders around here that, hey, that guy tried to kill me. Alright, so he's telling you that Philithia left her book here again. Phlydia left her book here. And now if you talk to him again, he gives you another quest. So the book is right here.
Hello, child. Shall we
What is that,
continue
5
your
tutors now?
lessons? Hey,
Now this isn't somebody attacking me. Oh shit, I didn't put my, there. I forgot I was using my hand to... This is more like just sparring. It wasn't a real fight. You're just seeing how we were doing, because, you know, again, we're a whelp at this point. Now this guy wants us to go in here and clear out some rats. And there is another trophy for doing all of the side quests before leaving Candlekeep.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Right, is there something in there? Oh, a ring.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Merlin's hammer.
Alright, so a little experience, a little gold. There's other doors you can go in, but I'm just focusing on the quest to get the trophy before leaving Candlekeep. I'm really not exploring. I played this game so many freaking times, it's not even funny. Alright, we need to fetch Hull's sword.
Our rules are very strict.
Another tutor.
Shall we continue, your listeners? Hello,
Tutor.
child. Shall we continue, your listeners?
I have a blade with your
Alright,
name
here's
on
another
it.
guy attacking us. You're Gorian's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. And what business? Let's see here. That I am? Do I know you? No, I don't believe you do. I'll not be here long, so it don't matter. You'll not be here long either, so it matters even less. Just thought I'd have a look at you, pretty face, but I don't see what the fuss is about. No matter, I deliver your skull, and I'm set for life. So somebody clearly wants you dead and is paying other people to kill you. There it is. Safe for now. Defeat Carbos and Shank. So defeating
I'll get
both of
right on
these
that.
encounters earned a trophy. And I'm not sure if it showed up. For some reason my videos aren't showing trophies even though I've got it selected to do so.
Something on your mind?
Kind of annoying, but alright. Doesn't really matter what you say to him.
I can take Tristan with
That's
both
not
my
what I
arms tied
selected.
behind my back.
There we go. Another
Hello,
tutor.
child. Shall we continue, your listeners?
And this is where we'll find Hull's sword, as well as those crossbow bolts I told you
Way
about.
ahead of
Talk
you,
to
boss.
Fuller here. I was just wondering if you had any errands I could run.
I
Talk to
should
him
have joined the
again.
army.
And he took the crossbow bolts. I got experience and gold. Yeah, lost an item, bolt. So that's who the crossbow bolts were that I bought. Were for that I bought. Now you need both the antidote and the sword for the other, a couple of other quests that we got. Failed. 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 Oh, those are some good locks. Alright, we're moving on. They wouldn't have been much anyway, just maybe a little bit of gold. Worthless, like, little dagger or something. Alright, now remember the first quest that we picked up was for Firebeard at the end. So in order to do that, we go into the Candlekeep area.
Shall we continue your lesson?
And just that, the guy we're looking for will just be around the keep here somewhere. So just circle the building. Don't get too close because that will trigger the interaction with Gorion.
Hey, it's me,
This
Emmeline.
is our first companion. She won't join us just yet, but she will join us once we leave Candlekeep. She's a thief.
Greetings,
There's the person we're
young
looking
one.
for, and he gave us the scroll. Ignore those guys. Now we can go back to the inn. There might have been a tutor in the inn that I did
Top
not
of my
talk to.
to-do list.
Shall we continue your lessons?
Two
Hello,
tutors.
child. Shall we continue your lessons?
That should have been it. That should have been all the tutors. So a trophy didn't pop.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Now it probably would have been a good idea to do the scroll thing immediately to get that protection spell before getting into those fights. But I kind of forgot all about the buff. Let me go upstairs just to make sure there's not a tutor up here. There's some stuff you can loot up here.
Top of my to-do list.
Little gold. Ooh. That was much more profitable. Failed. Now that guy watching me, you don't want to do that. If there's somebody watching you, you don't want to go looting because that will be, they see you, it will be considered theft. So you really don't want
Way
to
ahead
do
of you,
that.
boss. Yeah, I'll get
Did I
right on
talk to
that.
this one? Maybe that was the one I missed.
Shall we continue
No.
your lessons?
Hello there.
Alright, so I turned in her book, XP, a little something worth some gold.
Shall we continue your lessons?
I already know I talked to that one. There might have been one inside the keep area. Alright, this is where the antidote goes.
What do you need?
So that's complete. Make sure I talk to this dude.
Shall we continue?
So I've missed a
your
tutor here
lessons?
somewhere because a trophy. Oh, it was him right there, I bet.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
Alright, now we still got to return whole sword. Maybe it was that
Hello,
one.
child. Shall we continue your lessons?
There's whole. Boom, completionist. Finish all chores before leaving Candlekeep. Now there's still the whole tutor thing. I'm missing a tutor here, or that trophy has not popped. Now it might not pop until we leave. It might not pop just once you talk to all of them. It might not pop until you actually leave Candlekeep.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
Because I can't... I don't think I've missed any of them.
I am very proud of you, as I am sure Gorion is.
Orion's on the stairs right here. Yeah, I do not believe I've missed any of those tutors.
Hello, child.
So it must
Shall we
not pop
continue
until we
your
leave.
lessons?
I'm just going to double check here.
Hello, child. Shall we continue your
There it is.
lessons?
So I did miss one. Back to basics is the trophy for speaking to all the tutors in the Candlekeep area. And again, you don't have to listen to them. All you got to do is just initiate that conversation, and then that should do it here. So we can go ahead and leave Candlekeep now. So there was 3 trophies right from the start. Defeating those 2 enemies that were trying to kill you, speaking to all the tutors, and completing all of the side missions or tasks, chores. So now we can just go to Gorion
Oh, my
and leave
child,
Candlekeep.
I am glad I have found you.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourselves.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
That's the armored figure from the introduction scene, you know, the bad guy. So Gorion's clearly a powerful mage. But
Especially cruel this
he's
morning.
died.
You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Khalid and Jahira.
It's me,
Alright,
Evelyn.
so on my own is a trophy for leaving Candlekeep. So there's 4 trophies once we've left Candlekeep, and Emmeline is our first companion. So that's where we started off on, and now this is where we are here, Friendly Arm Inn. And the way the map works is
Top of my
once
to-do
you
list.
go off, once you get to the edge of a map and go off, or click on the edge, you know, it opens up. So it just unlocked that. Well, basically, if you go around all 4, go to all 4 edges and click off the map. No, I don't think I can do it this way. This
Way
is
ahead
still
of you,
the
boss.
same. I don't know why all these journey updates or journal updates are I mean, I already did all that stuff. Now this goes back to Candlekeep, so we can't, as the message said, we cannot get back into Candlekeep without
Way ahead of
Gorion.
you, boss.
So apparently that road back to Candlekeep was the only thing that basically unlocks Candlekeep. So now that I've went off the north edge of the map, it unlocked this right here, which is on our way to the Friendly Arm Inn. Which if we had just followed the road, it would have led us to the north end of the map anyway, because again, that's kind of, we're going to need to go to the Friendly Arm Inn to find Khalid and Jahira. Because right now, we really have no idea what's going on other than somebody is trying to kill us. And that, you know, it's probably the same person that just killed Gorion. So we know who's trying to kill us. But he's hiring other people to do it too, not just coming after himself. Alright, so here we are. We're still just have, after going all the way around the map and going off the edge on all sides, these are the only two options that have been unlocked. So we're going to go this route, but I usually like to fully explore an area before moving on. There's really nothing important. Oh, here we go. There's a fight. Oh, hang on.
Huh?
I had my fist selected, opening chests. Now, if the main character dies, it's game over. You have to reload. One of your companions dies, you know, you can go get them revived or replace them or just remove them from the party and not even like care. I'm not even going to talk to those two guys. They're two evil companions. You can get them to travel with you. And I think I need to do that because I think there is a trophy. What? Dude.
What you got for me this time?
So R1 and L1 selected the entire party. So now she should be coming. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Kind of got separated there. But yeah, those two guys
Hello there.
on the road are evil companions. And again, I was going to ignore them, but I do believe there is a trophy regarding them to take them to Nashkill with me. Alright, what? I'm trying to remember how to pull up the map here. I guess that's no. There should be an option for the map for this area.
Yeah? What do you want?
Area map. There it is. Okay. So I've been all the way around. Here's where we got ambushed right here. Ambush site. Another fight. Make sure you have all characters selected. Oh. I don't exactly have the best armor on. Oh, no, we don't want to mess with that bear. Now you can, if you've got ranged weapons, you can kite that thing, but it's really not worth messing with, because that bear definitely will kill you. They hit pretty hard, and at this level, this low hit points, it could definitely kill me in one hit. But notice they weren't hostile right away. If you get too close to them, they will become hostile.
Hello there.
Alright. And that just about does it for this area.
Top of my to-do list.
There's the other Morning Star. I knew I would be getting that. That's why I didn't buy a second one right away. Now your inventory is limited by number of slots and weight. So these daggers right here, which I really don't think sell for crap. There, put them on her. You can read this if you choose, but right there. I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at Friendly RM. They know little of what has passed, but they are ever thy friends. So this is from E, which I pretty much already tell you that's from Elminster. Elminster wrote this letter to Gorion, and again, you can read it if you choose, but I'm not going to go over it right now. Potions, you need to make sure they're in your quick slots. This is all just stuff to sell. Of course, you can stack them. Potion of speed. What is this? Clarity, was it? Alright. Now this right here, I'm not high enough level to be able to identify it. I'll have to get an identify spell cast on it to find out what it is. So until you identify something, there are cursed items in the game. You might not want to equip just anything that's not identified before. You don't want to wind up putting a cursed item on. Alright, wait. Boom, there we go. There we go. Now I'm dual wielding. Okay. Alright, so that is all of the loot from this area. I don't see anything else laying around. And now we can just go on to the next area. But actually, okay, these things are simple.
You got this coming!
I might actually recruit those two because there might be a trophy for taking them with me. You can have up to 6 in your party in this game. So Khalid and Jaheira. You know, where's the road? Oh wait, man, I'm way off. I'm way up north. So I could still take these two guys with me and take Khalid and Jaheira to Nashgil. Is really the objective. You know, I don't think I have, as much as I have played this game. This is how items can be hidden. So, like, I have played this game for thousands of hours, and I don't think I have ever noticed that because it is so small, and I'm usually just walking along until you, like, I don't remember ever finding that. But there are little hidden things all around for treasure and stuff. There they are right there. Oh shit, what is going on now? Another one of these guys. Alright, so that's it. Like and subscribe, and there'll be more to come with, you know, getting working toward the platinum for this game. We got 4 trophies already by leaving Candlekeep. Again, I'm going to look up the for those two to see if there is in fact a trophy for those two before I recruit them, and that will be in the next episode. So again, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and good luck.